first inductee in the coaches category is Ronald Bradley of Georgia.
My 50-year career really went by fast. You know, when you're working with young people, you only work 1 year at a time. What you did last year, they're not interested in. It's what they can do this year. And so each year is extremely important. I always tried to end the year before I started a new year, and I retired 4 times, but each time I'd come back, I'd say anyone can work 1 more year. I remember back, we were having such huge crowds during our winning streak that they had to put bars on the windows to keep people out. People were coming in, lining up the night before trying to get in the game because they'd heard how tough it was to get in this gym. And people got where they would go down to the football field and take a bench and lay it against the gym, and they were charging people 10 cents a piece to climb up that bench and come in through the girls' dressing room on the second floor. So we had to put bars there and all, and you know, it's just hard to believe when we would play one of the big games, the crowd. Sometimes we had as many as 3 television stations in there at one time wanting news from our games. And they always said when we won, it wasn't news. But if we got beat, they wanted to be here because that was news. And boy, I tell you what, this gym here, I still look at this floor, and it was just a great maple playing floor. I don't know whether they even make gym floors like this anymore.
Ronald Bradley concluded his legendary 50-year career as a high school basketball coach in 2010 with more than 1,000 victories in boys basketball and more than 350 victories in girls basketball. He ranks 8th on the all-time boys basketball coaching list.
And I wasn't very smart. I coached in 9 schools. Most people that are very smart wouldn't keep moving around. I retired 4 times, and every time somebody has kids, they wanted to be an old coach to work with. Looked like they'd call me. I went to one school that hadn't had but 1 winning team in 32 years, and that record was 13-12. And I remember telling my wife, Jen, surely somebody wants to play basketball. And we had 3 straight years where we won 20 straight plus games, 1 championships each year. And still, it was one of the most rewarding experiences to work with kids. In a little school, you do it all. Somebody moves into town and says, hey, I play lacrosse. And the principal says, well, Coach Bradley will coach lacrosse. And they come down and say, will you coach lacrosse? And he says, Coach, we're going to pay $50. And my wife says, yes, he'll coach lacrosse.
It was really wonderful. And we, you know, wondered if we had shortchanged our own children by spending so much time with other people's children, but then we figured out that we must have given them a pretty good life too, because 2 of them ended up coaching and teaching themselves.
We tried to make everything about our program first class, from the way we dressed, to the meals we ate, to the places we went. We required a lot of things out of them. And it's real easy for a lot of people to say, you can't do that with those guys. You can if you have their respect. Without their respect, you can't do it.
Coach was the type person that you had to give 110% to coach. Whatever you gave, you got out of whatever you give to him. He was fair, he was honest, he knew the game, his teaching skills were just uncanny. Just can't say enough about the life lessons I learned from him from the years I've been able to know him. Even today, you still learn from people that are your mentors and people that you respect and people that you're so fond of, and coaches earn that.
I know not long ago, we were in the gym, and I was working with our Newton County team, and this young guy would listen to me. I tried to get him to pivot with the correct foot and all, and I was just so frustrated. And I got in his face, and I started screaming at him, which my wife tells me not to do. And you won't listen. I keep trying to teach you how to pivot. I keep trying to teach you how. And I realized I was talking to the wrong player. And I felt terrible. And so I turned around, and I said, I know you wonder why I'm screaming at you. He won't listen to me. You know, the thing about spending almost 2,000 hours with a youngster over a period of 4 years, you've got something to leave him. And you've got to leave him something more important than how to kick a football or how to catch a pass or how to shoot a basketball. Because I think you're cheating them if you don't give them something more than athletic skills.